Hey everyone, welcome to Love to Create by Tonya. Today I'm going to be working on quick change decor DIYs. These fall to Halloween decor pieces are so cute, I think you're going to love them. Now these DIYs today are part of the Quick Change Challenge hosted by Theresa B, DIYs, co-host Dave's Wreaths and Things, and another co-host, What's Jamie Makin? And you will find their links in the description below. Now let's go ahead and get started with DIY number 1. In this design, I'm going to be taking 3 of these wood pumpkins from Dollar Tree. And I really love this scrapbooking paper that I had just picked up at Michael's the other day. All these wonderful wood and textured designs are perfect for the farmhouse decor. And I'm going to be using just some greenery and a few of these little picks and things that I found at Dollar Tree. And then I'm also going to be using some white and black chalk paint. Now I decided just to use wood letters on this design, and I picked those up also at Michael's, which I'll leave all that in the description below. Now I did take that wood piece off of each one of the pumpkins because I want to raise it up and have it look more like a 3D effect. So I'm just going to paint the backside of this pumpkin black, and I already got the letters painted black, and then I'm just going to add some holes in here for the eyes for my little ghost. And I'm going to be using one of those little tumbling blocks to raise this up to give it more of a 3D effect. But this was just a fun and simple design, and I love how this one turned out, and it is perfect for the changeable decor. Well, everyone, like I said, this is part of the Quick Change Challenge, and I will leave all of the information in the description below for all of the host and co-hosts, so you can go check out their channels. And also, there will be a link to a playlist so you can take a peek at all the other wonderful creators that have participated in this today. Now I'm just going to finish off these Halloween pumpkins with some of the little accent pieces that I picked up at Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to use that bow that had came on these originally. And you can see I just wrapped those stems in the twine, which you could use any type of twine that you wanted for that. And I thought it would be neat to take these little bowl fillers, which are the bones, and just add a few of those to the top, and then some of these little blackberries. Now I am going to add some of the greenery that I had picked up at Dollar Tree, and I really liked it. It was kind of a lightish green color, and the way that I'm going to add this to the other side where it's going to be more for the fall decor, I'm going to add just a few sprigs of that sticking up on the back side, and that way it looks like it's meant to be, no matter how you have these turned. Now I decided to take this scrapbooking paper, and I really like that wood that looked kind of weathered and aged, and I was kind of keeping this again with my neutral color tones, and that's why I picked out the one with the cream and kind of that fawn color, which I use that fawn color in the next DIY, and I just love that. It looks so good with the neutral color tones. And of course, I'm just going to use some of the glue and just glue these on. And I do use one of my little rollies on here, and I'll leave a link to that in the description below. I actually purchased that on Amazon, and it's just real neat to roll your paper down smooth. And of course, I finished those off with some Mod Podge. And now we're going to add just some of that greenery that I was telling you about. And I really like how this lighter color greenery kind of pops with the color tones in the scrapbooking paper. Well, everyone, once again, I want to thank you for being here with me today. And I do have 2 more DIYs that turned out really great. So I hope you stay with me so you can see how those turn out. And don't forget to check out that playlist and go over to our host and our co-host channels, and I know there is so many great DIYs coming up for you today, and I am just very happy to be participating in this with all of the girls today and guys. Now for DIY number 2, we're going to be making a shadow box with the pumpkins, and our skeleton is going to be on the back for our quick change design. Now I'm going to be using 10 of these small wood crates from Dollar Tree and that fawn chalk paint that I was telling you about. And I am going to water this down a little bit just to make it go further, and it actually covers a lot better if you thin this out, especially when you're using it on larger projects like this. Well, everyone, I hope you're enjoying the DIY so far today. This was probably my favorite one that I created, and I just really liked the size of it, and I liked how simple it was. And these little skeletons that you can pick up at Dollar Tree right now, I think that they are just so cute because you can paint them several different colors, and I love how they're movable, and the size of them is a really good size for the crafting also. Now you see I did paint the back side of him with that fawn, and that was just to help it blend in from the other side. And I'm just going to place him on here kind of in a funny little position, kind of like maybe he would be dancing or something. Now I did lose a little bit of my clip, but I took some of this burlap ribbon, and it had a little bit of that beaded pearls on there. I actually had picked that up in the wedding section at Hobby Lobby, and I twisted that kind of around the edges of the back of this, and it just kind of finished it off and give it a neat look, like maybe the skeleton might have been, you know, in a grave or a coffin, but I just thought that it was a neat idea. But now I'm going to go ahead and start on the front side, and I'm going to use that rosemary greenery picks that I had picked up back in, I think it was at the end of summer, and it was such a good deal. I got these for like 10 cents a piece, but I'm just going to glue those into the bottom. And then I had picked up these pumpkins from Walmart, and I'm just going to place them in there kind of randomly, and it just made such a neat design, and I really love how this one turned out. Now I'm just going to get all of my pumpkins placed inside my crates, and that's going to help hide the skeleton on the other side. Now I found this cute little wood stake sign at Dollar Tree, and I've never seen these there before, but I thought these were really neat because you could just leave them together, or you could take them apart like I did and use the pieces of wood separately. Now I'm just going to go ahead and paint these with that fawn chalk paint because I wanted it to kind of blend, because I'm going to be using those wood letters that I had purchased from Michael's, and I'm going to paint mine white. I just love white in my decor, so I'm always adding bits of white anywhere I can. And for the skeleton, I'm just going to be putting the word October, and I thought that would be just simple, and I could leave that up through October if I wanted to. And I may actually put this out on my front porch. I haven't decided for sure yet where I'm going to display mine at. Well, everyone, you'll have to let me know what you think of this design in the comments below. I love how this one turned out, and using 10 of those little crate boxes made a really good size to put something on the back side of this like I did. Oh, and I also was going to mention, you've probably noticed if you've watched my channel before, I am set up in a different area filming, and you'll have to let me know if you can see everything okay on this one. This is actually the area that I'm going to try to work out of from now on. I had to move it to a different area in my home because I've said before, we have a smaller home, and I wanted to get just to a little corner that I could call my own, and I know I'm doing it from a side angle, but yeah, let me know. Let me know if you can see everything okay. I've got a few more little things I'm going to be adding to make it a little more decorative there on my pegboard. But I think it's turned out great, and I feel like you can see everything. So let me know what you think. Now I'm going to go ahead and just use those wood letters again, and I'm going to put the word harvest across here because I thought this looks like I've just collected my harvest of pumpkins, and this was just a fun one, and really happy with how this one turned out. Now here's a video where I have it displayed on the fireplace for you to see, and I just love how it looks with the little twinkly lights there, and then in the next part we'll turn it around so you can see Mr. Skeleton. Well, everyone, we're going to go ahead now and start on DIY number 3, which is a very cute and simple small wreath. And I took one of these little, I guess it's the Crafter Square. It's either a scarecrow hat or a witch hat, but I am actually going to use it for both in this quick change challenge. And one side of it I'm going to take and cover with some burlap just to cover up that wood piece there in the middle. And then I'm going to paint it with that fawn paint. and that just made it look perfect for a scarecrow hat. And this design I kept really simple because I wanted to keep it in those neutral color tones. And then of course when we flip it over, it's going to be a black witch hat, which I was okay adding that little bit of black in. But you can see when I add that fawn on there, it really covers it well where you really can't see that wood strip in the middle. And then I'm just going to take some more of that same burlap ribbon and just put a little piece of that across the front. And now I'm going to paint the word fall for the front with the scarecrow, and then we're just going to put Good Witch on the black side of the hat. And then of course with this wreath I am using just one of the small grapevine wreaths from Dollar Tree, and just a few sprigs of greenery and a little rope twine bow for accents. And I intentionally wanted this just to be a very simple little design for this wreath, and I could kind of use it as a filler somewhere. But it was another very quick and simple quick change design, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed all of the designs that I have done today. And once again, don't forget to check in my description below for all of the items that I use for these DIYs, and there will be a link to our host and our co-host channels, and also the link to the playlist so you can hop on over and see what everyone else is making today. And you can see here on this one, I'm using that lamb's ear, and I purchased these at Walmart, and I really like the color tone in this too. I like the lighter color tones when I'm doing the neutral decor. So you'll probably see me use quite a bit of greenery in what I've got coming up for you for our Christmas decor. And of course, everyone now is loving using the zip ties. And what I usually do is just cut off some of my greenery and just kind of hot glue that to cover up the zip tie, and it works wonderful, and it's so quick and so easy. And I like doing it this way a lot better than hot gluing everything down. And I love these little wreaths. I think that these are the perfect size just to add maybe like a little filler. And I don't always hang my smaller wreaths. Sometimes they're just cute if you just want to set them up on a shelf or lean them inside of maybe like a little wood crate. And they're the perfect size for that, just to add as an accent piece. Now I will tell you, for the hat, I actually tied a piece of rope twine on each side, and that way, and I just did it loosely in a bow, and that way I could untie it if I needed to tie it on a different way. But it actually flipped over very easy the way I was laying this one down on the wreath. But you can tie those extra pieces on there in case you needed to tie it on different. But another really fun quick change design that you can just flip over, and you've got a total of 6 decor DIYs in these designs, and I think that is a great bang for your buck and really cute and fun and simple. Well, everyone, I would like to mention while we're finishing up, I know to my people have been subscribed to me, I got sick there for a while and I had to step away for a couple weeks, and I'm back now and ready to finish up the fall season and to get started on Christmas. And I will say, I know a lot of people are starting on Christmas already, and I'll throw a few in if I find some items, but I do want to continue with just a little bit more fall because it is my favorite season. And here is our cute little hat. I thought I'd lean it up on the fireplace mantle here just so you can see all the colors with the lights sparkling on it. And then here in a moment, we're gonna flip that hat over and We'll have our little good witch. Well, everyone, hope you did enjoy today's DIYs, and don't forget to check out the host and the playlist below, and I will see you on the next one. Have a great week, everyone.